chair the UN Women and UNDP's Markets projects to this forum. So we are looking at the informal economy in the Pacific, and looking at the informal economy, it constitutes of almost 60 to 85% of the Pacific economies. And of this, women and girls comprise of 70 to 90%. Women on average work in informal economies up to 14 hours daily under appalling conditions. I gather everyone sitting here has been to a municipal market or a provincial market or a roadside market to see the conditions that these women are operating from. And the informal economy contributes between 15 to 40% of the GDP, which in dollar terms turns out to be an annual turnover of almost between $2 million to $13 million. Well, together UN Women and UNDP's contribution on the Markets project, there was care was taken in the beginning to ensure that inputs were carefully coordinated and roles and responsibilities of the two agencies were identified. UNDP focused on initiatives addressing legal, governance, and decent work deficits in the market, and UN Women focused on infrastructure improvements, formation of market vendors associations, and creating an enabling environment for women vendors. The first tests where roles and responsibilities of UN Women and UNDP were identified. It became entry points for cash flow work, and consequences of this work rolled out activities in Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, and Fiji. Making the difference, the first steps, we started off together, UNDP and UN Women, on a joint scoping mission a few years ago, and then from there on, we identified entry points for UN Women and UNDP, defined tasks, roles, responsibilities, and timelines, looking at each other's comparative advantages and working together and trying to maximize the impact that we will have out of this project on the ground. And hence, the two pilot projects were introduced. For UN Women, it was the Partners Improving Markets, focusing on 3 countries, Fiji, Solomon Islands, and Vanuatu. And for UNDP, it was the Millennium Markets, where they piloted in Raki in Fiji on a one market, one country approach. Briefly on what UN Women has been working on in the preparatory phase, where research base was collected and some initiatives were worked on. We looked at gender responsive market infrastructure improvements, carried out feasibility studies of markets, structural improvements to address the response of women market vendors, development of tools for training and support to facilitate the organization of market vendors, formation of market vendor associations, whereby a toolkit, which we call Getting Started, was made, and we looked at how we could empower the market vendors to form associations so they could have a stronger voice, they could work more strongly, be heard when they work with the local governments and also with the national councils and provisional councils. Also with the South-South exchange concept, whereby we got the women vendors from the 3 countries, Fiji, Vanuatu, and Solomon Islands, and got them to share their stories, their best practices, and worked on upskilling them, working on providing food processing skills and sharing of their experiences. Also, we have been supporting to promote an enabling environment for women market vendors, whereby we are working very closely with the local governments in the 3 countries and working towards a revision of their market bylaws, so gender could be mainstream, and also creating gender-responsive budgeting aspects in their annual budgets, and how the municipal markets could address these issues, not only at the elected or the councillors level, but also at market management and vendor association and individual vendors level. And strengthening markets and value supply chain, We have been working together with some of our regional partners like PARDI, which is the Pacific Agribusiness Research for Development, funded by the University of Adelaide. And they have been working very closely with UN Women in getting some research work done and looking at the markets and the value chain analysis. So from here, just briefly on from this preparatory phase, UN Women is now embarking on a 6-year plan, and we are taking a holistic approach, and some of the issues that was raised this morning, like looking at empowering women, but where does the social impacts, where is it accounted for? So hence, from our preparatory phase, we have taken into account what we have learned and building on the synergies within UN Women programs and looking at our program Ending Violence Against Women, Advancing Gender Justice, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Resilience program, and together with Empowering Women's Economic Empowerment. And also working together with other agencies such as UNDP and other regional partners, as I mentioned earlier, PARDI. And we understand that no action towards gender equality can be done in isolation. Improving economy's empowerment will have social implications. So hence we have this coordination between the programs within the UN Women and also with the other agencies that we are working with. Just taking that further, I think eventually market women can be used to spread relevant information regarding early warnings to reduce risk in disasters and as ambassadors in ending violence against women programs.
I'll be looking at, or basically giving what UNDP has done on the supply side. We have built the financial management capacity of the local government for transparent and accountable system for the market revenue. This was the training done with the Suva City Council for strengthening the Raki Town Council's financial and management system, as well as the administrative processes. We also introduced social accountability tools to monitor and amplify the voice of market vendors on the quality of services rendered by the Town Council. Moving on to the demand side, we had conducted 4 strategic training areas to strengthen the organizational structure. Constitution was for the market vendors for accountable and gender responsive, as well as the management of Raki Town Council Market Vendors Association. And we had also strengthened the women market vendors in the Market Vendors Association, and as well as gender empowerment of their rights. We also introduced financial literacy programs, and basic business skills were being taught. And the 4th one was the engagement with the local government and as well as other stakeholders for better engagement and relationship. There was this, we have the Operational Market Learning Center. This Market Learning Center brings learning to the market and information, education and communication initiative rather than taking the market vendors to the learning center. So this is operational at the market center where women can go and learn. There's this joint results by UNDP and UN Women. Women market vendors are now better informed of their rights, able to manage money better. Market vendors associations have been restructured with the active role of women. Women are now taking part in the association, and more women are in the management now. And we also, Fiji's Ministry of Labour are supporting the Vendors Association for compliance with local laws. Government has built an overnight accommodation for rural market vendors and provided extra budgetary allocation to strengthen the institutional capacity of Raki Town Council. Town Council financial management and reporting capacity is also now being strengthened. The Raki model is being replicated and rolled out in 10 markets in Fiji by the government, UN Women, and it's also moving on to Solomons and Vanuatu. The Fiji government has also is now also redesigning the market at the cost of more than US 150,000 because due to flood prone, Rakiraki market is a flood prone market, and the redesigning is done with flood proof features. I think this is it.